Howdy everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Malenia's Arsenal, the series where we fight Malenia in NG7 with every single weapon. In this episode we'll be using the Nox Flowing Sword. We just recently used the Nox Flowing Hammer. It is the curved sword counterpart to it. It has unique weapon art the same fashion as the hammer. And beyond that, let me just say real quick, if you do enjoy the content, leave a like, subscribe, and comment if you want to help choose a weapon. Let's go ahead and get right into this. So this is a grim weapon wielded by a swordsman of the Eternal City. This shotel has a blade as fine as a needle. As it forged from liquid metal of a silver tier, it is thoroughly tempered until hardened. The weapon art is a little different. You still slice twice with it, but it's just slightly different movement because it's not got a weight on the end, etc. It's a curved sword. We're using Ritual Sword, Green Turtle, and Rotten Wing Sword insignia. It has lower overall damage than the hammer, but it's also a curved sword again. It's supposed to be like one of the fastest ones. I think it can hit twice, I might be wrong. Maybe it only hits once, actually. Actual damage is very similar to that of the of the hammer. So, probably not missing out on too much. Oh, I couldn't roll in time. Am I dead? Nah, I'm not dead. May as well have died, though. We're basically back to square one. We'll just heal completely. Oh, for reference, this weapon art is cheaper to use, though. It's also got a shotel shape, which I think means it pierces guards. That doesn't come up too often against Malenia, but if she's backdashing and recovering like that, she's guarding. Charge Door 2 does not seem worthwhile. Ooh, I should have died for that one. We are being way too aggro here, that's what's happening, by the way. What? My button just didn't work. What the heck? I literally hit circle. That was odd. That's okay, I was kind of going ham and not in a good way with her that time. So we'll just do better next time. That was a really odd feeling. I must have, like, barely tapped the button and it didn't read the input or something. I don't know. But that's okay. I get really impatient using curved swords compared to other weapons. It has average reach, I think, for a curved sword. Yeah, so it ignores most of the damage that would be blocked. It goes through like 60% or 80%, I don't remember exactly the number. I tried to use the flowing sword there. Oh, out of stamina. This is probably my personal taste. I feel like curved swords basically are the same as straight swords, but without as many benefits, right? You get worse tracking, you get worse reach. Your damage is about the same. Ooh, that was almost a perfect execution of the weapon art, by the way. Ah, just barely too close. Actual damage on the weapon art is really high, by the way. 1,000 damage is... yeah. Oh, I just realized I don't actually have any blue flasks this time. I need to be careful. I may have just doomed myself with that. I mean, I can use a Starlight Shard if I need to. Oh, that's good. Sandsbreak is really nice. We've got our combo up a little bit too, so our damage is boosted. The low range. You should roll at her there if she's doing the fallback effect. Ooh, my battery level is low now, apparently. Overall, the damage... wow, I got lucky to not get punished for that one. Overall, the damage is fine. It's just a little lackluster, right? It's just, like, fine DPS. I'm not blowing anything out of the water with this one, which I've been using almost exclusively, like, stellar weapons recently, so it probably ends up feeling a little weaker than it is. Not even on purpose, I've just been choosing weapons, and what I've been choosing just happens to be really good. She might be close to a stance break, actually, just because I've been so aggro here. Oh, that was good. That was really good. We're gonna use a Starlight Shard here. We won't be healing the... We'll take our other thing instead. Oh, it's 1,000 damage, right? Ooh, we actually got a clip there. Nice. Passed. I shouldn't have swung twice. I didn't have the stamina to swing twice, honestly, is what happened. We'll heal. She might want to do attack of the clones. No, we're good. Ooh, she tracked funny with that one. Ooh, it's rare for me to actually be within range while she's doing that attack these days, I swear. Flowing forward. Yep. I shouldn't have tried to punish it. I don't know why she can go directly from one into the other, but it basically means if you truly want to play safe against her phase 2, you just don't actually engage after Waterfowl. You respect her, which is never a good feeling, with how I play at least. I don't typically want to respect what she has to do. Instead, I want to force her to choose from what I'm giving her, you know, which is typically kick. That's okay, though. It could also be, by the way, if you really want a better example of how curve swords really play, they are much better dual-stanced, I find at least. Whoa, why did that hit me so much? I'm just not stopping attacking, apparently. Why did I roll back in? Who knows? Yeah, there we go. We'll heal here. She probably wants to waterfowl. No? Alright. That's good. There it is. She did, she just didn't know it yet. I'm just doing a roll or two on that one. Oh, sad. Not enough range. Alright, I should be doing way more charge shard 2s. This kind of weapon gets the faster charge shard 2 that actually works against Malenia a lot easier. You just chase her there. Don't respect her. It really goes a long way. Yeah, that's what I was thinking might happen. I mean, like, I'm doing fine here. His weapon's just, like, not super strong, right? Alrighty. As long as we don't get, like, counter hit during it. As long as we're not trading with her. Yeah, then we get the phase 2. There we go. This one is pretty clean. We have a good chance here. By the way, for reference, if you're curious, when it comes to the Attack of the Clones, if you're running a brass shield at plus 15 instead of a barricade shield, you're actually just safe from it, or even if you can just two-hand your brass shield, I'm pretty sure you're just safe from Attack of the Clones. So you do have options against it. I just use an unupgraded heater shield, just to kind of show how effective Vow of the Indomitable is. You know, it doesn't use any stamina. It only costs 15 or 20 FP, depending on how you're speccing with it. If you're using filigree. Oh, screw that. That sucked. This weapon for phase 2 feels way more egregious than like anything I've used recently, honestly. It's fine, but like, yeah, okay. Okay, well now we do have an issue. Because we don't have enough FP to block that a third time unless we get her down to onion levels. Here we go. We actually should have waited to see if she'd do her jumping attack. Yeah, there we go. Alright. We're fine now. We got pretty good control over the fight there, and we can use Starlight Shard because of it. And now we were just safe. If she does Attack of the Clones, I could die from it if I'm not playing it around it properly. And that's why Starlight Shards are nice. We're actually just not going to engage. Yeah. That was the right answer there. She always likes to do the jump into the swirly dive and to stab there right after. A lot of the time at least. I don't really know why. Yeah, just force your way through the end of this. Of course she would, dude. She doesn't want to give it to you easy. Makes sense. I'm actually just going to Vow the Indomitable there. Yeah. I swear she has like some sort of AI check where it's like if she's at 10% health, just pull out all the stops just once more, you know? Make it just inconvenient to finish the fight. Because there have been multiple times where I'm fighting her where that's just how the final part of the fight goes. She goes waterfowl into onion into something else, or something very similar, you know? This weapon's okay. I think you're just better off. Yeah. You're just better off with a different curve sword. This is like, yeah. What is this one? Oh, it's keen. That's fine. Okay, so if you make it keen, it actually scales worse. That's just one curve sword example, though. So. Alright, after Malenia, we'll go ahead and take out Moog. This fight, you can just kind of go ham. I find it kind of lame because of that, honestly, but it makes good use of Rotten Wing Sword Insignia. Roll attack, by the way, is pretty fast, which is important for Moog. He's really good at punishing roll attacks at the wrong time, but if you have a weapon that's got the faster speed of roll attack, then you're like totally fine. As you could see with Malenia, though, that time, part of how her fight works is just managing stance damage. Like, we trivialized phase 1 the second time through just because we actually managed it better than normal. We got like 3 stance breaks on her or something. Which I think also shows the power of R2s for stance damage. Yeah, this is fine. The damage is actually pretty good. I mean, like, we don't get bleed or anything, but, like, yeah. With combo damage on top of this. We'll go for 4, and then we'll go for... Dang. It was close. We should not circle that direction. He's in a really awkward spot, by the way, just due to these coffins. There we go. The thing about it is, though, like, what I'm doing here against Moog, any other cursor can do too, you know? This isn't unique. And other cursors probably do it better because they get a better weapon art. I know it's weird comparing the two weapon arts of the Nox weapons in terms of, like, you'd think they'd be really similar, right? And for the most part, they are, but the hammer one just makes a lot better use of it also because it's just a hammer, too. Like, the weapon arts you have available, while they're good for hammers, just don't compete as easily. We're gonna heal here. We might get splatted for it. Nope. Nice. What I might recommend is instead of running... It might be worthwhile running the Godskin Swaddling Cloth, at least against Moog especially, right? Whoops, I just didn't dodge. I stand a little further back, hoping that he'll do the Rising Thrust. He didn't, but we could hope. We probably shouldn't let ourselves just bleed for free. That is by far his best attack to punish. Practically got him killed for doing it. We're gonna heal. So just a very safe spot to heal is after he does that. And he's dead. That wasn't so bad. I feel like Moog just works a lot better for some of these faster weapons. I feel like a mid-speed weapon is better for Malenia because of the stagger. She can choose... She chooses options out of stagger. Moog doesn't get to stagger. So when you use a medium-sized weapon, her options can be reacted to by just small delays. Whereas you have... where was I going with that? Basically, medium weapons are better because you can react better, I guess. Sometimes you hit R1 twice, and that third one you can just delay slightly as she's powering through your second attack, whereas with swords and curved swords and stuff, it gets a little awkward. You either hit R1 twice and she hasn't fled yet and things like that, etc. But with Moog, you can just pile up stance damage really close and really quickly. I think I made that way too complicated. Basically, faster weapons are better against Moog. Medium weapons are better against Malenia. I haven't checked range on this thing yet. Time for the daily range check. Why are all... I almost asked something really stupid. Wow. Grossmaster is long, huh? Mantis Blade is a little unassuming. This thing looks pretty long, right? If you go based on the stairs, the Grossmaster is only slightly longer. Okay. I gotta pick another weapon for the next episode. I'm thinking I might... I don't know. There is one weapon class that I haven't done in a while. It's daggers. Have I done flails at all recently? No, I've only done the chain link flail. The issue is they're not very exciting to play, and they make her AI funky sometimes. Anyway, let's just get to take care of Gideon, shall we? Oh, I knew you'd come. You're right, dude. Cursors are pretty good against him, usually. From what I understand. Can we hit him from here? Oh. Whoa! He only does 5 at a time. He does up to 5, I should say. Oh, that hits even if you're jumping. Okay. Now he lowered our magic wrist. I hate getting a little turned around against him and not getting pressure up against him early. He's really not fun to fight. He basically just input reads you, right? Whoa, wait, what? You can cancel that early? What the heck? Hey, we're in a really bad location here. Yeah, if he'd chosen rings one more time, I would have died right there. I don't find this fight very enjoyable. He can kind of just choose to kill you sometimes. Alright. And apparently he can cancel out of this. He wasn't supposed to be able to as far as I'm aware. Oh my goodness, lock on. We might get rotted here. No, the initial blast doesn't do rot buildup. Good for us. We might be able to cheese him with that as well, honestly. A little. Granted, it didn't work there. Oh. Alright. I think medium to large weapons are also better against Gideon. He ends up input reading a lot on small weapons, and that about does it for this weapon. I can't lie. If you're gonna use a flowing weapon, use the hammer. Dude, this weapon just feels... Or if you're gonna use this, go to New Game Plus and get 2 of them. The hammer feels rewarding to play and feels unique. This thing's just a curved sword, dude. There's no weight behind it or anything. Nothing special about it, really. Do any curved swords get bonus crit damage? No, okay. I was gonna recommend maybe one that just had higher crit even. Anyway, it did fine. It was good against Malenia. It was good against Moog. And it's probably fine here. I just don't really like it much. Personal opinion. That's okay, though. Until next time, though, I will see you then. Bye. Yeah, that was a bit of a weird outro, but bye.